Hello again. This is the new format of the AMAs. We're gonna do video AMAs, and I'm gonna try to get a better streaming platform so that we can mix um, online content, web pages, and applications, and also smart contracts with the video on the AMAs. But on this new format, we're gonna do three things differently. So I'm gonna start the AMA by giving an update on the ecosystem so that people that have not gotten acquainted with Bitfari developments can actually get on board rather quickly just by tuning into the AMAs. So I'm gonna do maybe 5 minutes of updates. Then I'm going to do 1 or 2 minutes of upcoming features, announcements, and then I'll do the 10 minutes of the AMAs. Hopefully, all of the sessions will be less than 20 minutes. So we'll try to do sessions that go from 15 to 20 and sort of do a hard cutoff at 30 if it happens. I still want to keep doing the text AMAs, but I want to do like one on one. So I want to do like video AMAs and then text AMAs. Just because YouTube is such a good engine for discoverability. So I just realized that the AMAs that we do on Discord, those are for the Discord community. So they are not necessarily something that anybody that is outside of our community will find. But if we do these AMAs on YouTube, we can keep the engagement of the Discord community plus discover new members. So having said that, let me just begin with some orientation for new users and just do like a recap of where we are at with Bitfari. We are beginning testnet 3, so the third iteration of our testnet. The first iteration was foundational systems, so we were releasing the tokens, we were releasing connections to billboards, we were releasing the most basic smart contracts that allow the system to operate, right? So just foundational stuff. At the end of that release, the token was available for purchase, and people were able to mint NFTs to connect screens to the network. At the end of that phase as well, everybody just had an idea of the functionality of the ad platform because they were able to see the draft design or first version or beta version of the social connector, which is our main platform, the platform through which ads get distributed. So that was stage one. We did testnet one that was last year. So early this year, we did an event sort of announcing that release to testnet, and that was on February, late February. And on that testnet, that was like the second major iteration of our ecosystem. On that event, we also released a bunch of new stuff. Some of it were apps, some of it were new features on the website. But that was like our 1.5 release, and since then we have been testing a lot of things that relate to ad, billboard connectivity, etc. So testnet 2, that one started in May, and it ended August, July, more or less. So that one was for the digital LAN. And then we did the testnet, we did the mainnet, and then we have done multiple iterations on the digital LAN product. Digital LAN product is for virtual billboards. So anything that is online ads, augmented reality ads, ads on the metaverse, ads on your smartphone, whether those are geofence-based notifications or ads on the browser, that sort of stuff. We released that more or less 2-3 months ago, and we have been releasing iterations on that product. So after we do a release, Obviously, the smart contracts, you cannot change them unless you release a new version, but we release the smart contracts, those remain stable until there's a fork, but we iterate on the clients. We have a lot of client-based functionality, so after we do a release, we do multiple iterations on those products. Okay, so after the digital lamp was released, we have shipped 3 iterations of the product. So now we are on testnet 3. So testnet 3 is huge. It's the biggest release, like the biggest thing. It's gonna be like massive. We wanna keep the pace of doing 3 testnets per year. As far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, that's more than any other team. And we wanna keep shipping fast. Okay, so for testnet 3, ads. So that's physical ads, online ads, posting ads, getting some token compensation for the ads, so incentives, growth, the earnings platform, and also the distributions of the networks. So 2 networks started paying. Those are reverse.btc and coverpage.btc. Every time you post an ad to Bitfari, the money goes to people who see the ads. People get paid for their attention. Obviously, like a slash of the profit of the money needs to go to miners. Then another part needs to go to screen operators. Another part goes to auditors, but the rest goes to people who consume ads, and that money is packaged so that people have an incentive to install Bitfari applications and use applications that connect to Bitfari, and smart contracts that connect to Bitfari, and wallets that connect to the Bitfari network. You don't need to only use Bitfari or only use stacks to use Bitfari technology. You can have an application that works on Ethereum or any other platform and then connect it to Bitfari for ads. Because the code on the ads is basically JavaScript code, and then that goes to a group of miners. It connects to a blockchain that will validate that the ad was shown. And it will validate that the ad was shown because it will check that the client that is seeing the ad is actually a real person. We'll have like some prompts and whatever. And after it's checked that this is a real person seeing ads, and multiple validations are done, then there's a distribution that goes to a wallet. Initially, it's going to be a Stacks wallet. We use a Stacks ecosystem. The Stacks ecosystem is the #1 Web3 project on Bitcoin. So it's the most versatile platform for smart contract development that is on top or tightly coupled with Bitcoin. It's a fascinating platform. We have saved a lot of money using it, and we have shipped incredibly fast using it. There is some friction at the beginning when you are just getting into using stacks, like with anything. I will say, since it's a Lispy, since the language is Lispy, meaning it's a Lisp derivative, the Clarity software, Clarity programming language, it will give a lot of new developers a barrier to entry. But if you are a seasoned developer, if you are a Clojure developer, if you are somebody that is that doesn't fear new technology and that doesn't mind a moderate learning curve, it's a perfect ecosystem. So I invite you to check it out and try Stacks. And we use it because it's just the best. It's the best for us. It's the best for ads. It's the best for our type of user, and it's like all-in-one integrated ecosystem. So they make the blockchain. They have a wallet. They have developer tools. So you're able to sort of connect to this ecosystem and connect with 1 or 2 vendors, and then ship something that is highly integrated and that works really well. The Stacks platform has post-conditions validation. This is something that no other blockchain has, meaning that your funds are safer if you use Stacks than if you were to use any other platform. And it's a very secure blockchain. It's fast. It's robust. It's resilient. It has a very, very highly developed API. I'm just beyond pleased. Like as a product manager, I'm beyond pleased with well everything that we have been able to do with Stacks. It's been a blessing just to choose this ecosystem for the technical aspects that it brings to the table. Um, so having said that, aside from our technical achievements, we have also grown a lot. So we have over 10,000 followers in social media across multiple channels. We have close to 1,000 Discord members. We have close to 1,000 token holders, close to 500 daily active users. That is people who engage with Bitfari, whether that is sending a token, minting NFTs, talking to us on social media. We have over 100 volunteers. We had 10 ambassadors 2 months ago, but we did a 10x. So now we have 117. I just say 100 over 100. It's just easier, right? Um, so a lot of enthusiasm, obviously, for the platform. A lot of people that wanna help others understand the system and that sort of stuff. Um, with the release of the Digital Lamp platform, we have since the release of the Digital Lamp platform, there have been 18,000 NFTs minted. This is the largest collection of NFTs minted on Bitcoin out of any Stacks projects. The only collection that has something similar and is larger in terms of mints is the Stacks BNS system, the Bitcoin naming service. But obviously, that's something that it's just instead of minting like something tangible like an NFT, you're minting a domain name, which is a name, right? Which is like a proxy for something else. With us, you mint digital land, and every time you mint, you do 20 registrations. So in terms of registration, we are actually higher. Like in terms of registration, I mean, just like a quick math, 20 times 20, that's 400. We have 400,000 registrations. So we are closing in 500,000 registrations. And that is with over 50 million API calls per month. And that is with over 99.5% of availability. So it's one of the most stable NFT minting ecosystems, one of the largest, one of the most popular, over 50 mints on average per user. So people are mass minting for the first time in any platform. They are mass minting NFTs. So a lot of good news. A lot of good news. The token made it into the top 10 tokens of Stacks. Obviously, crypto had this obviously, right? Crypto came down massively, right? Um, I'm also losing some weight, so as crypto goes down, I lose weight to keep in touch with the times, right? It's not plastic surgery. I'm actually hitting the treadmill. I'm losing weight just to just to catch just to be in sync with the Bitcoin price and other crypto ecosystems, right? So that's good. Um, I make a lot of jokes. People that work with us, they are happy all the time because I make a lot of jokes, and it's like super hard to get a job here. If you wanna get a job, like it's really hard. We have an internship program. We're gonna announce the next iteration of that program. It's gonna start in January, but we're gonna start doing interviews like in a month or so. So in December we hire you. You start in January, and then you can have fun with us for 2 3 months. Some people we let them do the program twice. Then at the end we give you an exam. If you don't pass, you don't get in. If you pass, then we consider hiring you. Right? It's very simple. Um, but it's very hard to get a job here, and after you get a job, then you're happy because I'm making jokes all the time. So now you know how is working with us. Now in terms of technical challenges and programming and all that stuff, it's massive. It's just incredibly crazy. We have probably the largest code base in Stacks. It's 1.5 million lines of code. So if you were wondering, like, how big is Bitfari, how many lines of code? It's 1.5 million lines. So there's that, right? And it's great. It's great. The integrations with Billboard networks, those are private. That's like private code that we use for Bitfari and other projects, because we are, and I'm speaking about the private firm right now. We are a web development company, web development consultancy, and we do a lot of projects. But the biggest one we're doing right now is Bitfari, obviously. So there's a lot of code, and that code will be shared with other teams, and it will bring a lot of functionality to the planet, because you want to have these versatile APIs that connect with Billboard networks and that allow you to do a lot of stuff with Billboard networks, because that is like the premium space. It's a premium communication space of the planet, so it's just incredibly important. And after the digital LAN project is completed, then you will have these premium LAN spaces that can be seen through AR glasses and through smartphones and other apps. All right, so let's go to the AMA. I'm gonna sort of make a pause here, since it's been 15 minutes, and I'm gonna tape the answers to the first video AMA. Thank you.